We descend, feel love, we defy, we defy, we defy, we defy.
Hello and welcome back to Russ Plays Games. My name is Russ, and as you can see, we are sitting in front of my adapted tabletop. And we're back playing the Sword and Sorcery LP. This is quest number 3, aka Blood and Sand. We are in a Coliseum right now, and there are there's some fire tokens here. So if we step in there, we get we take 2 damage and we get set ablaze, which means that we take a fire 2 token and we put it on ourselves, and then we take damage every single turn until it goes away. Basically, the tokens can flip, and you can see that there's a 1 on the other side. Okay, so in the last episode, what I was trying to explain at the end of it is, okay, so this is our event discard, this is our event deck, okay? What is supposed to happen is that when you flip a card, you're supposed to flip it and place it like this, okay? Then, at the end of the next event turn, you move it over, okay? And that's your event phase. Then on the next event deck, you flip the next card, okay? So, like, when we had Story Event 2, see, Story Event 2 should have flipped and been like this, and then this goes like this. And then on the next one, we flip the next one, okay? And we set it over like this. Now, I think the day actually was there. And what ends up happening is that when you flip and resolve these actually go up away from the event deck, okay? But the normal event cards, any of the normal event cards that you see, okay, are supposed to be flipped and placed on top of the deck as you see it here, okay? So I moved the Story Event 3 back here so that when we're done with our monster turn here, we will flip this, we'll move this card over to here, and then we'll go back to the time phase, and then on the next event, we'll flip it, okay? So we have about 8 turns left to be able to kill this guy, okay, the Minotaur. If we can kill the Minotaur, we win the scenario, okay? So, and as you can see, we've already dealt him 8 out of his 20 hit points worth of damage, okay? Plus he has Bleed 1, which is, if he activates, he's actually going to be, he has to take damage if memory serves. Let me see here. Yeah. They suffer 1 HP before doing anything. Yeah, so during each of his activities. So if he activates during the turn, then he will do it. Now, I know this is a little bit different because I said that I was going to do better on the rules, but honestly, if I were to try to sit here and do every single monster turn and do all of that stuff, we'd be here for a lot longer than we are already. Okay, so just know that I am doing the best I can with what I have. I have one hand, and if I want to switch hands, I have to actually switch my phone, okay? Because I'm using my phone for this camera to kind of show you, like, all of the different character card profiles, to show you all of the different board, anytime I do any of that kind of stuff, and so I only have one pair of hands. Until I can get another person in here to help me film this, so that I can actually use, or at least maybe try to get like a tripod that I could set next to myself, so that I could, like, you know, shift the shot around as needed, and then be able to use both of my hands. This is the best that we're going to be able to do, okay? So, we're just going to have to deal with it for right now. That's all we've got, okay? That being said, on the last episode, we had just finished up doing everybody's turns, okay? So you can see that everybody's bookmarks are flipped over, okay? And so we were just about to do the enemy activation, which means I'm going to grab me an encounter card, okay? This is a good one. It says activate one enemy of each rank, which means green, blue, red, and purple, okay? So that means that we have 3 blues, okay? So we will activate one of them as our, as the one, and then we will activate the Minotaur, and he will take 1 damage because that's what happens every time he activates. So I will get a 1 HP token ready, and we will go from there. Okay. Now, this black dwarf is this one here, okay? So he's not in the same area as the rest of these guys, so he unfortunately can't use his leader power, okay? With that being said, let us go ahead and continue playing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to activate this black dwarf here, okay? Can't really see him in the, let me move this back just a teensy-weensy bit. There he is. You can kind of see him now. We're going to activate him first, okay? And it says, 0, attack with hammer. If heroes dominate its area, move away. Otherwise, use Dark Blessing. Dark Blessing is in the area until time phase. All enemies within one area gain +1 hit and +1 defense. So, he will gain +1 hit, +1 defense. Oops, that says -1. Derp. Okay, +1. So he gains +1. And then, okay, so he is going to attack with his hammer. And he's going to attack because there's only 2 people in the area. There's the fighter and there's Dharma. He's going to attack our fighter guy. Okay. Oof. Ouch. Ouchies. Ouchies, ouchies, ouchies. Ooh. Okay. Well, fortunately, he didn't roll 2 lightning bolts, which would have sucked because with 2 lightning bolts, he could have gotten +2 hits. But that being said, he still rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Okay. And so our fighter friend has 1 normal defense, okay? And he has soul rank plus act hit points, which everybody's at soul rank 2, so he has 2 plus 1, because it's act 1, so he has 3 hit points. He does get 3 blue dice, so we will roll, and he didn't save a 1. So, unfortunately, our little fighter buddy goes bye-bye, because even if he saves only the 1 hit, he takes 5 hits and he dies. So, sorry Proximo, you had a good run, my friend, but we'll catch you on the flip side because we will be buying another one once we get to the next town. Okay? Alright, so, we were bound to have a casualty one of these days. Alright. So now, we will have the Minotaur act, okay, and the Minotaur, okay, activates against these guys. Now, I'm wondering... Oh, and I should probably give +1 and +1 to the Tyrant Lizard. Don't know if I'm ever going to use him, but he should get that. Okay, engaged with 2+ heroes. He's not. He's Bull Stomp and Rush. Attack with Battle Axe. Okay. So he's attacking the one with the least amount of wounds, which would be Tristan or Dharma, either one. And I don't think Minotaur... I don't think... actually, now that I think about it, let's redo that. Okay, let's bring him back in. Okay, let's do it this way. His actual preferred enemy is a Faith, which would be either Mist or Jean. So he would move one space over, and he would attack either Mist or Jean. Okay? So if he attacks, I'll have him attack Mist. And so we will re-roll the 2 and the 2, because we'll just re-roll this attack. It won't take that long. Okay? There is 2, 1, and 1. So he does get the +2 hits. So she takes 4 hits, and she gets 1 blue. She saves 2 of the hits. Well, 3 of the hits actually, because she has her magic shield, okay, her defense, and then 1 save. So she takes 1 damage, and we will flip that token over to a 2. Okay. Okay. So that being said, yeah, because actually, yeah, he would have, because of the least amount of wounds. Or no, sorry, it's a faith. It doesn't matter. Okay. So now the Minotaur will attack the one with the least amount of wounds. Okay. It says if there are no other heroes in the victim's area, use Rush. Otherwise, move to engage, attack with horns. The Rush is move to engage. Its next attack inflicts +1 hits, -1 defense for each area it enters. Okay. So, if there are no other heroes in the victim's area, use Rush. Otherwise, move to engage, attack with horns. So he's actually, there are heroes in that area. So he's going to move into the area, and he's attacking Tristan, who has the least amount of wounds, because Tristan has no wounds. Okay, so he's attacking Tristan, okay, with horns. So he gets 3 hits, because he gets 2 hits here, 2 hits here, and he gets 2 hits. So he's got 4 hits coming the way of Tristan. He's got 4 hits. Okay. Actually, 5 hits. So he's going to take some damage no matter what. Okay. So, yeah, he doesn't save anything. So he saves 1, so he takes 4 damage. So we will take that and put it there, and then he takes 1 damage, so he goes up to 4 wounds. Okay. And then I believe that was still time phase? Yeah, till time phase. Okay. And that will be the activation for those guys. And that's it. Okay, so we didn't need to worry about that. I just wanted to make sure I remembered to take a damage for him. Okay. That being said, let's move to the event phase. Now we move that over. We roll 2 red dice. We got 2 hits. We move this thing 2 spaces. Okay? Because that's what that little reminder is. That's the deadly hindrance. Okay? Now, in the time phase, okay, everybody gets to do a few things. Okay, so that one moves up 1. That one refreshes. Let me see here. And now that he's there, oh yeah, that goes away. Those go away. That refreshes. Okay. That token goes away. Just getting all of the stuff cleaned up. All of the bookmarks moved back. Okay. And now what I might do is is I might... Let me see here. Think... Let's see. Does he have a special? No, he doesn't. Okay. Alright, I'm just thinking here. Just thinking. Give me a second. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is... I think I'm going to use my action. I think I only have one action. No, I have two actions. Okay, so I'm going to use one action to switch Tristan from his spear to his broadsword. Okay, and then I'm going to use the second action to drop the banner in the area where the heroes are. I know it's kind of hard to see, but the banner is there. Okay. So that flips over, and then okay. I'm going... Let me see here. Yeah. I'm going to spend this, okay, to give Jean another action, and that will become apparent in a minute, okay? As soon as I get to her turn, but I'm doing Tristan first, okay? Now, Tristan is going to attack the minotaur, okay? And he got 4 hits. Okay. And I'm going to give myself +1 hits. Okay. Because one of the special things there is if I roll a lightning bolt, I can either re-roll a hit die or I can add 1 hit. And so I decided to add 1 hit. Okay, because we want to kill this guy as quickly as possible so that we can try to get out of here. Okay. Now the guy has 1 hit and 2 blue defense dice, so we will roll the 2 blue defense dice, and he gets no hits. So he saves 1 hit, so we'll take that away, and he takes 4 damage. Okay. So. Kablam. Sweet. Okay. So, he takes 4 damage. And then I'm going to activate the fighter to attack. He's just going to stay in that area, and he is just going to attack the tyrant lizard. Okay? And so he gets 1 hit plus 1 blue die. So he gets 2 hits. And yeah, he and I believe the Retarius goes off. Because it says his attack inflicts -act armor defense save and +1 hit until time phase. So he will actually be dealing 3 hits and none of them can be defended. So our buddy here, Tyrant Lizard, takes 3 hits. Okay. Now, let me see here. That's 8, 13, so he's got 7 left. Okay, so here's why I gave Jean the extra action. Okay, you can see that she has 1 normal action. Okay, that's right there. Okay, and the reason for that is because I'm going to have her give a bandage as an action. Come on. Okay. To Tristan. Tristan's going to take that. Okay. He's going to use it. So it says target hero heals 2 HP and removes 1 body condition. Okay. So that goes to the Emporium deck. And then, that's 1 action. Okay, that's 1 normal action. The second normal action is she's going to use her power, her new power, okay, Healing Wave. Remove 1 body condition and heal 1 plus soul rank divided by 2 HP to target hero. Okay? And you can see that it's a normal action. Okay? So, 1 plus soul rank divided by 2. Her soul rank is 2, so soul rank divided by 2 is 1, so she heals 2 HP to a target hero, and that goes to number 2. Okay? Makes sense? So, Tristan is now healed back to full HP. Okay? Now, she has her combat action, which is now she's going to attack the Minotaur, and her attack is 1 blue die, or 1 red die, and 3 blue dice. Okay? And she gets 1 hit. And I didn't even roll a single lightning bolt, so I can't even re-roll any of the hit dice, or stun the dude, or nothing. Because that sucked. And so I don't even have to roll because his armor blocks it. So, yeah, that was a waste. All right, well, that was hers. Okay. So now Artemis is going to switch around her scimitar and short bow. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to do this. I'm going to use her Inimus Ward. Until time phase, target hero gains either 1 hit or 1 shield. She is going to give 1 hit to Artemis. Okay? Because Artemis gets 2 red dice to hit. Okay? And I hope to God I can roll a sword and sorcery logo. I did roll a sword and sorcery logo. Hell yeah. Okay, so that is 2 hits. As I rolled another hit. And I can re-roll any hit dice, but I'm not going to re-roll that because that is awesome. Okay, so here's what the sword and sorcery does. It says perform an extra attack with this weapon against the same enemy. And I'm just going to go ahead and resolve that right now. So I'm going to roll another 2. And I rolled 2 gremlins. So it was kind of a waste. But I scored 2 hits on him. Okay? Which means that he still has to roll his 2, and he just saved. So, just so you know. So he saved those. So yeah, didn't do anything. But hey, I got to make an extra attack, even though it didn't do anything. Okay? And we don't, I think we do control it actually. Which means that I could have used her 1 action to do this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Prey of the Herd. Okay. So that means that he suffers KO and Act HP. So that means that he goes to 5. Okay. And because it's not a normal attack, his little armor defense thing doesn't matter. Okay? Okay, so now we're on to Mist. Mist is going to attack our Minotaur friend here. And she's going to do it with the... she's going to do it with her knife. And she dealt him 1 damage. Now, if I remember correctly, with the KO, I don't believe that actually does anything. Special condition knocked out. He cannot perform that. He must ignore his armor value. Okay, that's what I thought. And I believe that the body conditions do the same thing for them that it does for us. If I remember correctly. Enemy body conditions. Yeah. KO'd enemy automatically removes the condition at the end of its next activation. Yeah, I knew that. But I think otherwise it just activates. It's just the same. Yeah. Enemies use the same body conditions. Since most of the effects use the same rules for heroes, this section reports only the exceptions. So basically it does the same thing that it does for the heroes. So, he can't perform any combat activities while he's down on the ground. He ignores his armor value, regardless of his armor, and other icons or powers. Counts as 0 figures for controlling, dominating the area. To move, he must first remove the KO condition, either by using a dash action or 1 movement point of his movement activity. Once the KO condition is removed, the hero can continue normally. So, he ignores his 1 armor value here, okay? But he still gets to roll his 2 blue, and he rolled two things, so he saved on that, which is fine. We're going to kill him next turn, probably. Okay, so that was that one, okay? And... so that was hers. That was hers. Okay. Let me see here. Ooh. You know what I could do before I do that? You know what I could do? I'm going to have Mist attack... use Celestial Command. This is the first time I've ever used this. Okay, I'm excited to use it. It says target enemy must perform an attack with its normal weapon. Okay. Against another enemy in its area. The targeted enemy must be green or blue. Okay. So, actually, wait a minute. No, because I don't really. No, because I have to... let me see here. It's... let's perform an attack, and targeted enemy must be blue or green. We'll see here. I don't know if this one has... okay, that one doesn't say. So, I'm not sure if that's blue against blue or if that can be against any enemy. And the only targeted enemy that I can target to use its attack has to be blue or green. I'm going to run on that assumption. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my regular actions, okay, to have Mist command this dwarf to attack this guy, okay, with his hammer, okay. So he rolls 2 red, 2 blue. Okay. And he actually got 2 lightning bolts, so he gets plus 2 hits, so that's 4 hits. Okay. He still gets to roll his 2 defense, which he saves against 2 of the hits, 2 of the hits, get through. And so we will just grab and put two more. I'm rapidly running out of space on his card to show how much he's taking damage. So right now he's at 16 out of 20. So he's dying quickly. He's going down, folks. We're going to get him eventually. Okay. So now, that's the end of Mist's turn. Okay. So now we will draw an encounter card. It says, activate all green enemies. Otherwise, all enemies attack their closest hero in line of sight with their blank blank. Okay. Let me see here. Dark Bolt can work at a range of 3. So he could attack with them. Okay. So that means that, well, he can't because he'd have to stand up, and he's not moving at the moment because he can't use his horns. So he's down on the ground until, unless I use a regular action to do a dash. I don't think they have a dash action for that. So I think he's down until he actually moves, till he actually activates. And since he's not technically moving because, well, I mean, he is engaged with 2+ heroes, and he'd be using Bull Stomp and Rush. Let me see here. Bull Stomp. Attack all heroes in its area with 3 hits plus bash, and then unless save, each attacked hero suffers KO. Huh. So I think he would have to get up to move. So yeah, I don't think he's actually going to be able to. I think about the only thing he could do right now would be to just stand up, and that's it. That's all he can do. Okay, so the Tyrant Lizard will use Tail, and I'm going to have him attack the fighter with the tail. Okay. It's the most wounded, and neither one of them have any wounds, so it really doesn't make a difference at this point. So the Tyrant Lizard attack with tail. So it just does 2 straight hits with bash and KO if it connects. So he needs to save this, otherwise he's KO'd. He does, because he has 1 normal armor save, and he rolls he rolls 3 blue. So I mean, I would roll, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so so he actually does save, so he's not KO'd and he's not bashed. So with this kind of an attack, that's just 2 straight hits, and if it connects, if it deals actual damage, then you resolve the bash and KO. Okay. And then we will do, the 2 black dwarves will do their black bolt attacks. And they're both attacking Faith heroes. So I will have this guy attack Jean. Okay. And so he attacks with 2 blue and 2 hits. And any stars inflicts blind. Okay. So he hits 1 hit. She has an armor, doesn't do anything. Okay? Then the other guy is going to use Dark Bolt against Mist. He gets 1 hit. And she gets, well, I mean, it wouldn't really matter because, yeah, her magic shield takes care of it. So the magic shield takes care of it. So neither of them take any damage. And we're back up to the top. So that's that. Now, event phase. Now we flip this and we put it right there. It says Divine Touch, based on active hero's soul. Ooh. So during this turn, based on the active hero's soul, you can either heal an act HP, you can suffer a critical, or choose the effect. So, yeah. These guys are taking some damage. Because most of my heroes are Chaos heroes. Are Chaos Soul heroes. Okay. So, we resolve. We resolve. We resolve. We resolve. Let me see here. That gets that way. That gets that way. Let me see here. Banner goes until the time phase, so we pull the banner out. This one goes like that. That one gets flipped. This one goes like that. That one gets flipped, which means she can activate Dharma again. And then Mists goes like that. Okay. And she gets her 1 magic shield back. Cool. Now, okay. So now, I think what I'm going to do is once again, I'm going to have him place the banner so that we control the area. Because I think right now it's 4 to 4. Because the Black Dwarf counts as 1 and the Minotaur counts as 3. So there's 1 and there's 3. So I'm putting it as we control it. Because right now we're equal, so I'm putting it as we control. Oh, and I forgot to do that, and it moves 2 spots. Boom, boom. Okay. All right. So, Tristan, use that to control. Okay. And let me see. I don't think I need anybody else to get healed at the moment. Everybody's been doing pretty well, so I don't necessarily need anybody to do anything at the moment. So I'm not going to give him another action. Ooh, but I could. Well, no, because I really can't do anything at the moment with her, so it's not that big of a deal. Nah, doesn't matter. All right, let's do this. Okay, so the fighter is going to activate first, okay? And he is going to hit the Tyrant Lizard for 1 damage, but the Tyrant... Oh, and then he gets 2. So actually the Tyrant Lizard will die because he's at 3 HP, and then because of his Retarius, he gets -1 armor, and he'll get an extra hit. So that will kill the Tyrant Lizard. So we'll throw that in there. The Tyrant Lizard disappears, and then we take a 5 coin, put it in the pile. Okay. And then we remove this guy. And then, let me see here. Tristan is going to, and I think what I'll do is I'll have this guy move 1, 2, 3 spaces, because I think his move is 3. Yeah, his move is 3. He's going to move 3 spaces. There's a method in my madness of doing this, by the way. Okay. And then I will have Tristan attack actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Tristan move 1 space. And then I'm going to have him use an action, use his second action, okay, to swap the broadsword with the spear, okay? And so that way he gets extra hits. Here's hoping we can actually kill this guy. Oh, wow. Ouch. Okay, so he gets +1 hits for being at range 1. I'm going to spend... Where is it? Well, I'm going to spend 1 lightning bolt to give -1 value, okay? -1 armor, so that's going to deal him damage. So he's not going to, that armor gets ignored. Then I'm going to spend these 2 lightning bolts to do bleed 1. So if he activates this turn, he'll take an extra damage. But I don't think that's going to matter because he only has 4 HP and he's taking 5 damage. So he'll have to save at least 1 to be able to remain alive. Actually, no, he has to save 2 because he's taking 6 hits. Nope. He's dead. Or no, he's taking 5 hits. So he's taking 4 damage, but he's still dead because 4 damage would kill him. Because that'd be 18, 19, 20. So he dies. We gain 4 soul gems, 1 treasure card, which is the Elven Robe, which can be usable by magicians. It has 2 magic shields and 2 blue. You ignore soul rank divided by 2 HP. You would suffer from this attack on a star and gain the same amount of magic shields until time phase. As an action, you can discard all of your magic shields. Target enemy in line of sight suffers act HP. So, we're going to place this in the spot. A loot token drops as well. And we will, let me see here, take that, throw it in there. Throw that in there. And he dies. Now, when he dies, we open up the Book of Secrets. Okay, to the story event 3. Okay. The fight reaches its brutal end when the deadly blow beheads the minotaur. As the bullhead rolls onto the sand, a stunned silence descends over the arena. But an instant later, the crowd thunders in delight. Moments later, the roar melts into screams of terror as one of the braziers explodes and the sorceress flames start a violent, uncontrolled fire. The nature of the accident becomes clear to the heroes when in their minds a female voice urges, "Time to run away. Reach the altar and you will find my servant waiting there for you." Remove the red minotaur from the quest and resume play until all heroes are located in the shrine area. Then go to 3.18. Okay. So, he's going to move 1, 2. Okay? Because I don't want him taking any damage should there be something that happens. Okay? Now, I'm going to activate Mist next. Okay? Because Mist absolutely is going to pick up the Elven Robe and equip it. That is one of her things, because she is a magician. She can actually equip it. And so she now gets 2. She loses her 1 normal defense, but she gains that 1 defense now becomes a magic shield, basically. And the magic shield works in the same way. And the magic shield is actually better because it can block lethal hits as well. Okay? So that's cool. All right. Oh, and then we need to put another coin in there because we defeated the Minotaur. All right. And then, oh, that goes away. And because we no longer need him, we're going to throw that guy off to the side. Okay. So now, we're going to throw that hit token down there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, okay, so it's Mist's turn. Okay. She is going to hit the black dwarf with her, and she does 1 damage, so that takes his magic shields down to 1. Okay, and then she's going to move 1, 2, 3. Okay. Jean, actually, that's Miss Churn. Artemis, she's not going to activate Dharma this time, because what she's going to do is she's going to attack. Oh, and that was just for the 1 phase. Actually, wait a minute. Before I do her turn, I think I'm going to do Jean's turn. And then Jean is going to use her Enormous Ward to give her +1 to her attack. So I will go ahead and remove that. I'll put that token back. So let's hope we can actually deal some damage here. Okay. Well, it's 2 lightning bolts. I can reroll a hit die, and I can perform a weapon. So I will reroll this die, and it doesn't do anything. But I get to do an extra attack, and it deals 1 damage. So that takes away that particular one. And then she's going... she'll use an action to pick up the loot token, and she gets 25 crowns. And I'll tidy those up after we get done with this. Okay. And then Artemis is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay. And now Jean is going to she used her power from Artemis, and then she's going to attack, which is 1 and 3 against the Black Dwarf. And it only deals 1 damage, so it's not really doing much to him. Oh, man, we suck today. And she's going to move 1, 2, 3, because she can only move 3. Okay? And now we end everybody's turn. And then we will, let me see. Encounter card. Because it's their turn. Activate no enemies. Shuffle the encounter deck. So let me drop this down right here. Okay, let me shuffle the encounter deck. I'm probably going to run out of time. Come here. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to hope I can actually do this really fast. Okay. I forgot to do that. Okay. So then we can discard that. And then, okay. And then at time phase, we will do this, do this, do that. And then we will move. See, I don't think she has enough. So Mist is going to use her consumable haste item to give Jean +3. Oh, and then they refresh powers. I forgot to refresh the powers. Okay. And then we're going to discard that, and then yeah, so Jean will be able to move 6. And then Mist will move 1, 2. He will move 1, 2. She will move 1, 2. And she will move 1, 2, 3. And there we will end it because I need to be done with this now. Okay. Among the commotion, the heroes reach the altar and find the servant as promised, who speaks. Glory to you! My name is Juba, humble slave of the Princess Saloon, the elven dame with moon eyes. As you are probably aware, she has great plans for you. But first, you must follow me without question. Rewards. The party gains all of the tokens. So we gain all 6 of those tokens. Near the event deck, they are now considered standard coins. And we travel the Underrain map to the Colosseum dungeon. So on this... I'll just pop this up here real quick. And we will just toss this down right here. We were right here with the party token at the Colosseum. And we moved to the Colosseum dungeon here. Okay? So... smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of this series so far. I know I kind of rushed there at the end and I probably dropped about 3 or 4 different things, but that's okay. We're going to get into the next portion of this on the next one. It probably won't be for a little while because I am going out of town on a personal thing. So, what awaits our heroes in the Colosseum dungeons? What will they make it to the next town? Well, find out next time on Let's Play Sword and Sorcery Ancient Chronicles. And as we say, we will see you on the next one.